Hey all my fellow and soon-to-be maniacs out there, this is your favorite webcomic creator and animator, the Chainsaw Maniac, and today we're here with another edition of Coffee and Chainsaws, where I basically just sit down, I ramble, I chat a bunch of shit, we go over the past week or so, exactly what I'm doing, how things are going, and everything else I'm working on at the moment, and what I will be working on in the future.
So if you guys enjoy the content that I do and you would like to see more, I suggest you head on down to that like button and like up this video, as well as subscribe and ring that notification bell if you want to be notified of anything else I do on this channel.
There's a thing that just happened, a very big thing. There's a massive thing in the, I'm not sure if it's the art community or just comics community in general, specifically Webtoon creators, as well as many other creators that use Clipstudio Paint. Yes, I'm pretty sure you know what I'm talking about. Clipstudio dropped this tweet basically saying that they're going to be Adobe now. That's basically what's happening. They're offering now subscriptions annually rather than a once-off payment. So you're going to have to pay annually for, so you'll basically have to pay annually for Clipstudio Paint, taking more money out of artists' pockets basically. If you have bought version 1 of Clipstudio Paint, that is yours to keep forever, and they will be doing like bug fixes and everything until version 2 comes out, which is, if I'm not mistaken, 2023. I think that's when they will stop updating version 1 and it will go on to version 2, and you can continue to use version 1. Yeah, you can just use version 1 forever, but version 2 upward, it's going to be subscription based annually, and that's just annually or monthly. I'm not quite sure. I'm pretty sure you can do both. Basically, whatever Adobe's doing, Clipstudio looked at their model and they were like, yeah, that's working for them, so let's see how that works for us. I guess that's probably what happened. Obviously they want to bleed the artist dry, and it's just one of those things. It's just, didn't think Clipstudio would, I didn't think they had it in them. I didn't think they were gonna do it. Could be a thing where the business is kind of not really where they would want it to be, but I don't know, as a company, I'm not sure how things are going on their side. I'm not working for Clipstudio or anything. I don't know exactly what's going on their side. It either could be a greedy thing, or it could be a thing where they're like, hey, we are kind of strapped on cash because of COVID or whatever circumstances has kind of happened, and now they need cash, or they just greedy.
Look, they a business, a business got to do what a business has got to do. I'm not knocking them for it. That's just how businesses are. Companies do what companies do. They got to sell shit. That's what they got to do, and it just is what it is. If the pricing sucks ass, I will go back to Photoshop, just letting you know, because Photoshop I get for free thanks to the company that I work for. They supply all Adobe softwares for me for free, basically. I get like a whole package deal, and they pay for everything. So if it doesn't work out with Clipstudio Paint, I'm going back to Photoshop, which I don't really want to, because Photoshop sucks compared to Clipstudio Paint. Not saying one is better than the other, but like Clipstudio in terms of performance base, it's just way better than Photoshop. Photoshop fucking kills my whole PC as soon as I just load the thing up. It has so much detail in its splash screen that it just sometimes, just doesn't want to open on my PC. And sometimes I click on Photoshop and it doesn't open. And then I have to, right click on the icon and then close the window and then reopen it. And then it's just like a whole mess. Whereas Clipstudio, I just open it and it's there. It's like Blender for me. Like Blender, I click on, Blender opens, I'm in it. I don't know loading screen, no loading up all these weird shit, just I get right into the thing. I get to do what I gotta do, and I gotta get out. So that's what I like about Clipstudio Paint. It's just a much faster workflow with Clipstudio Paint. The workflow itself is it's very easy for me to manage compared to Photoshop, where it takes forever to put together a comic episode. Clipstudio Paint does it in a snap. It's really that quick, that fast. I picked it up quite quick, and it's very user friendly, especially when you're transferring over from Photoshop to Clipstudio Paint. It's pretty cool. So yeah, it works out pretty well. But if the pricing is a bit if it's Adobe pricing, let's be honest, I'm not going to get the newer versions. I'm gonna keep version 1 until it breaks, and eventually it will break, trust me. If they're gonna continue going on, they want you to buy their product. So what's gonna happen? You're gonna get version 1, no doubt about it. You're gonna get to keep it. Oh yeah, they're gonna fix all the bugs until 2023. Immediately after that, the software will be degrading. I bet you those bugs they're gonna fix. They're gonna put some code or something in there so that over time it's going to degrade, it's going to fall apart, and it's not going to, because if you look at the text that they sent, I think it was on Twitter, or if you read the text, they actually say if your PC or your like system, your hardware basically allows the software to work, meaning, and I'm reading between the lines here, basically they're saying that eventually your system's just not gonna be compatible with that version of Clipstudio Paint, which means you're going to have to buy version 2 upward. I can see it already. I can see this already. Many companies do it. Many people who like make these softwares do it because they want money. They want you to buy their shit. So obviously it's going to degrade over time, or the version's going to be outdated for the current system that you're running it on. And that is just what it is. And artists are pissed. Everyone is pissed. I'm not really that pissed because Clipstudio, you know, if it just doesn't work, I'll just go back to Photoshop. You know, it just is what it is. I use Blender every day, all day. So, I mean, not really a big thing for me, but I can see why artists are pissed, you know. Because they're kind of like their bread and butter there, you know what I mean? Like a lot of comic artists have been taking on Clipstudio Paint for the pricing also, you know, because they can afford it. They're not losing out on money as well. So they can afford to actually, you know, buy the groceries, yada, yada. It's just one less expense to worry about, you know what I mean, in their life. And it's already so hard to get an actual proper, you know, salary through, you know, these type of artistic jobs and in the industry itself. So yeah, it's gonna be a rough one, guys. But I'm pretty sure if you make enough noise about it on Twitter, I'm pretty sure they will overturn this maybe, or they will compromise, because, you know, if you have a big mouth and you spam this shit and you get a nice good revolution going, you know, eventually they will change their mind, because they realize, oh fuck, no one's buying our shit, they all pissed, let's compromise, and they're gonna do some sneaky little shit that is gonna work, and you're gonna buy it, and it's gonna be more affordable, more available, but it's still gonna be like, go fuck yourself, you know, from the company. So that's just my experience with companies, guy. I don't know if it's different with Clipstudio Paint. I don't know. Okay, I don't speak for them. I don't know what they have under their jackets or behind their necks or like within their sleeves. I don't know what they have over there. Okay, I don't know what they're hiding, but it seems like something else is going on over there. I don't know. I'm sounding like those crazy conspiracy guys, but I don't know. Just the red flags going off in my head. Like there's something going on. Maybe new management, maybe they changed something's happening. Maybe they looked at Adobe and like, hey, you doing that thing and people are still buying your shit, let's try that model. And so they're going to. So right off the bat, I wanted to get that off, because that's one of the current things that is happening and it's going to happen and is still going on. It's pretty fresh, pretty new, a brand new wound, still a fresh cut right on us, like a nice fresh cut, you know. Otherwise, you know, I still use Blender every day. Blender's free all day, every day. I think it will forever be free. I'm not sure if Blender ever does that shit. I'm pretty sure the community will shit on them so hard. I don't think you understand the storm that will come Blender's way. Like, I don't think you understand. Like, but the Blender people, the community seems very nice. They all helpful. They all help each other. And that's the one thing I love about the 3D, you know, visual effects community itself. Like, everyone's very, like, cheerful. Like, animators as well. Like, everyone's very cheerful. They're like, well, what's the word? They're very, like camaraderie. What's the word for that? Like, they very, like, you know what I mean? Like, this is my squad, this is my gang, this is my people, you know, type of thing, you know. They're very, you know what I mean? So yeah, they're very, I think, accommodating to animators. I haven't met a bad, shitty animator yet in terms of their personality. They've all been very nice. Some of them might get pissed during work hours, but I mean, who doesn't? You know what I'm saying? Speaking about animation, I'm currently in a animation challenge, which is the, I think, moving meditations challenge, or is it 3D moving meditation challenge? Basically, it's the current thing I'm working on in the background. If you guys are looking at the screen, it's the 3D animation thing going on here. And basically, it's going to be a sequence of Tai Chi movements in different environments across different characters. And it's going to kind of, I don't know if you guys have watched Ponish's channel. You know, he does these type of monthly challenges, and I've actually entered it this
month, I guess, I decided, you know what, let's enter some challenges. I've been getting into contests quite a bunch, and I was like, let's try this contest out, because since I'm a professional 3D like visual effects, animator as well, so like I kind of, this is what my bread and butter. I do this every day. This is what I do. So like, let's actually put my skills to the test. Let's see how far I can go with what I've learned. And it's good to actually challenge yourself against other artists who are in your field. You can gauge the skill level, you can see where you're at. Although 3D, you can kind of learn, you can learn about, anyone can learn it really. There is some artistic skill level for certain aspects of it, for instance like sculpting and stuff like that, but you can get by pretty well, with free add-ons and all types of crazy stuff, so yeah, I want to see what I can do. I've basically recently only heard about this challenge and gotten into it. I know there was one previous one, but I only heard about this a few days ago, so I've only had about 5 days maybe to work on this challenge, but it's going pretty well. I'm getting through it with time to spare. I still want to do some crazy particle physics, and I gotta add, I think, some dust simulations in the back, so like I can give this atmospheric environment to what I've made so far. So yeah, there's still a lot. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do the thing that I wanted to do, because basically what I wanted to do is like this background, and it kind of breaks apart and falls apart, and then like this energy dimension thing behind the character, and then it kind of reforms as he finishes his animation. But I don't think I'll have all the time nor in the power to do all that crazy stuff. So for now, I'm gonna keep it a bit more simple. I'm gonna have a nice background with nice looking textures, good character, maybe adding some particle effects around him, some cool atmospheric stuff going on, and that I'm gonna leave it at that, and then I'm gonna post that because I don't want to keep this any longer. I want to post it as soon as I can so that I can get ahead of the deadline, because time zones and stuff like that. So yeah, we're gonna see how that plays out. So far there was a lot of challenges with this. The different backgrounds I tried to switch between, I had to figure out, I had to tweak the animation a bit, because they gave the animation and it was mocap based, which means the mocap suit like captures like animation. So they put this, I don't know if you guys have seen the mocap suits where they put these suits with these like little light bulbs or trackers on the suit. They basically just track the movements of the character or the guy who's actually moving in the suit on, and then they map it onto like a rig into your PC, and then you can actually put that on like a 3D character. So basically they gave all the animations which were mapped on some guy who knew Tai Chi, and they sent it through, and yeah, I got those. Then I set it up in Blender, and I had to tweak the animations a bit because there's some weird clipping going on, because obviously it's going to be different depending on the scale of the character and all types of things. So yeah, I had to tweak that up, and then I just messed around with the background and stuff. I think I will do, I'm not sure if I will do a breakdown video of what exactly I did, but maybe I will at the end of this challenge. I'll do a breakdown video of what exactly I went through, what I did, what I kind of put together here and there, and then there's another challenge or contest that I will be entering, and I'm not quite sure if I want to enter it anymore. I've kind of lost interest, I guess. It's a comic contest, which was the manga contest I talked about, remember? That was the one where I wanted to do that, but I will see how I feel at the end of the month if I'm still want to do it, because I'm currently working on a 2D animation, and I'm more working on a 2D animation for another contest. It's coming only next year. We have 10 months to do it, which is a lot of time. I could have finished it in like 2 months, but okay, they're giving me 10 months so I can really amp up my skill level and really get into this. Because 10 months is a lot of time, and I like to spend all the time I can, as much time as possible. And I like to spend the amount of time that I think this project needs on this specific animation. And there's going to be voiceovers, because there's a big criteria. There's going to be sound is one of the criterias. There's a lot of criterias and stuff that we have to go through there, and the judging basis and yada yada yada. Not a lot of prizes, but we do get some bragging rights, which is what I like to hear. Also it's good to put something awesome out, on my channel or something, and I can always refer back to me. So like when someone sees it, they're like, oh shit, Chainsaw Maniac made that. you know, just something cool to have on me, you know what I mean? To show people like this is what I can do, this is skills that I have, a skill set that I have, and what I can actually produce, you know. And also maybe it will land me a big job in the industry, you know. Currently I think I'm pretty good. I'm at a pretty good level, doing great work, but I don't want to just stay in this current position. Obviously I want to move higher up, I want to get higher positions, I want to increase my skill level, you know. You never know where I might land up in the future, but I'm never complacent with where I am. I always want to do better, I always want to do more. So we're gonna see what happens, you know. It's been a long journey so far, you know. It's only been 6 years and the skill level is phenomenal, like from where I was to how far I've gone, you know. It's pretty incredible to see how far I've come, and I want to continue to go, you know. I want to continue to rise, and eventually, you know, you never know, you know, maybe one day I'll have my own studio, you know. Maybe I can actually help some other new creators out there and get them, you know, some cool ass positions for them and help them express and tell their story, you know what I mean? Because that will be pretty cool if I can do that as well, you know. I've always wanted to help people out, you know. Maybe in the future I'll host my own contest, you never know. So that's cool. That's something I would like to do as well, you know. If I get up there, you know, in terms of popularity on YouTube, if I get enough funding, because I want to actually do a cash prize, you know, to the winner, and no strings to it. I just want to give them a nice decent cash prize, you know, like maybe like a 10k, you know, if I ever get that high up, you know. Maybe we start small though. We start really small first, you know. Maybe we start at 2k or something, and then we move all the way up to maybe 50k. Maybe I can actually do like a 50k contest like Webtoon is doing one day. You never know how rich I'll be in the future. I don't think I'll ever be that rich, but you know, if I have the cash, I don't mind. We can produce some awesome work together, and you know, it's a collaborative effort from the community. You know, you never know what you can produce, and you never know how far we can get together, you know. I'm looking forward to doing that type of crazy stuff in the future. But for now, you know, we here at the bottom. We gotta climb our way to that top, you know. We gotta scrape our way up there, even if we have to dig a tunnel through this mountain. We're gonna get there, damn it. We are going to get there. I'm going to try my best. Because for those of you who don't know me, I never give up. Okay, no matter how crazy things are. You know, if I really want something, I will definitely get it. If I really want it, I will reach for that bar until I pull myself up there, my friend. Yeah, I'm very determined. I'm pretty sure you guys already know. I'm very determined, very motivated. If I put my mind to it, I will get there, damn it. One way or the other. A very straightforward like mindset, basically. That's just kind of like how I think. If I want to do something, I will do it. Like, there's no doubt about it. And that's what's kind of driven me so far, you know. I wanted to become an animator. Now I'm an animator, you know. I wanted to get a job in the industry. I got a job in the industry, you know. You gotta aim for what you want and never give up. You just gotta never give up. If you're gonna give up, then you never wanted it that badly in the first place anyway. Gotta keep going, climb that ladder, damn it. So yeah, updates on the Webtoon call to action contest. I'm not sure how things are going over there, you know, but they're judging the shit out of it probably. I will maybe do another reading stream this weekend. I might actually do some animation, to be honest with you. I wanna change it up a bit. I'm gonna do some animation this weekend, and then maybe the following week we can do another reading stream if you guys are into it. I'll put up a poll again, like, you know, not this week, but the following week. I'll put up a poll if you guys want another reading, and we'll go through another one of your readings. Well, you're not gonna really suggest as much. Like, people can suggest, of course, you can suggest what you want me to read, but I will be throwing the dice like I've normally done, and we will be going through random entries, and then I will be ranking them like I did in the last stream. If you guys haven't seen the last stream, check it out, because we go through some crazy entries, guys. I'm telling you guys, like, those entries were insane. Like, there was one in particular that literally broke my mind. It was like, what the hell is going on here? And I think it was intentional, and I want to talk to that artist because I want to know exactly what was going on in their mind, because it confused me, and I had to take a break after that. I think in a live stream I had to take a break because, like, I was just like, there's no way, like, I'm gonna read the next, I'm just gonna keep going to the next entry after this because it was so insane. Goddamn. And by the way, my voice was like dead after that stream. 6 hours of talking basically, and my throat was like dead. I'm pretty sure you can hear my voice degrading as I'm on the stream. It's just killing, just dying slowly. Luckily I had some nice energy and water with me, so I could re-quench my throat so it doesn't fucking give out on me. One of these days I'm gonna
Whew, my voice is just gonna go, guys, like from all the talking and stuff. Like 6-hour streams of reading. One day I'm gonna have a 10-hour stream and just read all types of crazy stuff or do whatever I have to do, and I'll be talking for 10 hours and I'll just lose my freaking voice. Yeah, it was a pretty fun stream. I enjoyed it. By the way, no offense to any of the artists if we did shit on your work. Look, I don't, well, I wouldn't say we shit on your work. I did criticize certain aspects of your work, and I did point out certain things you couldn't work on. But overall, you know, you guys have to just keep going, keep doing it. If you guys want to get good, you gotta keep going. You gotta keep going at it. You gotta do some. Most of you, I see you don't warm up. You know, you don't do some, you know, figure drawing or like, you know, you don't focus more on the fundamentals. You gotta focus on those fundamentals, guys, if you ever want to get good at what you want to do. Or maybe you're just doing it for a hobby and you just want to have fun. I mean, that's fine. That's honestly fine. You know, if you're just doing it for fun, it doesn't really matter like what your art looks like. If you're having fun and you're just doing it for the sake of doing it, you know, more power to you, man. More power to you. But for those of you who actually want to do better, get out there and warm up those fundamentals, damn it. Do the fundamentals. And you don't always have to do the fundamentals because I know people say, oh, it's so boring to learn the fundamentals. Look, there is no one way of learning the fundamentals. There is no one way. I know people say you're supposed to learn it this way, you're supposed to learn it that way. You don't have to learn it one way. Learn it in your way. And learn it in the way that kind of works for you the best. Because that's how I learned. I learned it my way. And I always do things my way. Because my way is more fun. Okay? And that's how I kind of learned over this last... You know, as much as my mentors shouted at me, you know, he has always taught me that like you have to do things your way. Like at the end of every shouting match he has with me, because he always does, he has always said that you should do things your way no matter what he says. If I choose not to follow what he says, that's fine, but I kind of have to find my own way, you know. I can't always depend on what he says, because one day my skills might even surpass his, you know. And that's kind of where I'm at right now, to be honest with you. Like my skill level in terms of where I'm at with my job and what I'm working on, there's certain things I can't learn anymore from like other people, you know what I mean? Like you reach a certain level where you can't learn anymore from other people. You have to find out how to do things for yourself, because you're gonna reach a certain level where you're like, fuck, I can't learn anymore because everyone else taught me everything that they knew, and now I have to basically search for my own answers. That's only in my career, you know. In terms of drawing and stuff, there's always things I can learn, but in terms of what I've learned so far in terms of visual effects and all the crazy stuff I do at work, my skill level is coming to a point where I have to figure things out for myself now, and I'm getting to that point. With drawing, there's always something to learn. There's always one way. There's always a thing to do. There's always something to, you know, you're never going to be comfortable with where you're at least if you're me, you know, because like I always want to be the best. Basically, I want to be the best at what I do. And so, you know, I always want to find the best outlet or someone, you know, who can help me with that shit. But I know eventually I'm going to reach an age where, you know, or maybe just a skill level where I can't ask people anymore to help me learn new shit, because they're gonna be ones coming to me and asking me. It's already happening. People are asking me, how do I do this? How do I do that? Even at work, people ask me, hey man, can you teach me how you do that? Can you teach me how you do this? Like every day, like it's getting to that point. Eventually, I bet you like when I reach my 10th year in the industry, like I'm going to be on that level where I'm like, fuck, I can't, where do I learn from? You know what I mean? But yeah, I'll always try to learn the best I can. And I always try to learn things my way. Don't forget that, guys. Don't just hang off everything one particular artist says, because they were always in the same position you were. You gotta find your own way to get to that level. You gotta find your own way up there. There's no one way of getting up there. From every artist, professional artist that I've spoken to, like I've learned things from them, and they've always said the same thing, like focus on the fundamentals, always practice and sharpen your fundamentals, and and always try to learn something new every day. Don't try and focus only on one aspect. If you want to get good at one aspect, sometimes it takes learning everything to get good at a certain thing that you want to specialize in. For example, I'm a 3D generalist, and the reason why I'm a 3D generalist, I specialize specifically in 3D modeling and like designing assets and stuff like that. That's what I specialize in. That's what I'm good at, like really good at it. The other stuff I learned because I'm in an animation team, and I learned all the other stuff so that it can make the other people's lives easier around me. Because if I don't know anything about texturing, how do I know what exactly the texture wants of me? You know what I mean? Like, they can explain it, but I'm not gonna understand. And so I try to learn every aspect of like what's happening around me so that I don't slow the other artists down, or I don't slow my team down. So I try to learn everything around me. I try to make very good decisions on what I want to learn and how I want to learn it and whatever, you know. If you ever get into the industry, you're going to have to learn everything, guys. You're not going to be able to just sit in one specific position all the time, because the industry doesn't work that way. You will always be needed in certain other aspects. For example, I don't know why, but sometimes I have to design work because the designer's hands are full and I need this one asset or whatever from them and they can't get it to me. So you know what? I just decided one day, I was like, you know what? I'm just going to do it myself because I can't wait on people to hand me shit. I'll do it myself. I'll get it done myself. And you know what? It's made my workflow much faster. That's just my experience, what I've learned. I feel like I've just rambled. I've went on so many tangents. I don't know where I'm at right now. We went from Clipstudio all the way down to animation challenges. We went all over the place. But this is kind of what it is, you know. I just sit down and ramble, and it's maybe just to get you guys through something or whatever you're working on. But yeah, let me know your guys' thoughts on anything I've said in this video, because I will not remember. So be sure to let me know what you think. Maybe I can recall. And any other questions you guys have on in terms of like animation or anything else, you know, you would like to maybe get my expertise on. I don't know. You can basically just go nuts in the comment section, guys. Just ask me whatever you want. You know, let me know what you think of the video. If you enjoyed it, you know what to do. This is your second reminder to hit that like button, subscribe, as well as comment on the video and ring that notification bell if you want to be notified of anything else I do on this channel. And for now, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye, guys.